specifically for that reason, I'm kind of rooting for Moonglade, as I don't like PvP, as you know. So I'll be disappointed to see PvP finals, but at the same time, it really is great to see upsets and to see the underdogs overcome people like Moonglade, who are just expected to win every game they play.
It's true. And that's the thing. Like that last game was great by Refallen. He honestly outplayed Moonglade there. Moonglade honestly lost it a bit for himself, made a few blunders, but Refallen was good enough to capitalize on that. That's good on him. Anyway, he's spawning on the right here. That's Moonglade, and on the left here we have Refallen. So cross positions here for Glade. He's probably happy about that. That close spawn can hurt you quite a bit. Close by air is really not much of an issue against Protoss, though they generally don't do warp prison play at all. Anyway, so what do you think so far? I mean, do you think Glade's going to come back in this match?
I do. Cross spots already gives him a great advantage, PVZ. Gives him time to defend if he sees pushes coming, etc., etc. So the ball's definitely in his court. So I'm interested to see what kind of build order Refallen wants to go for. I'm kind of expecting a 3-gate expand.
Yeah, probably. You can actually do a forge expand on this map, but it looks like he's not going to based on his pylon and the fact... Oh, he's forging, actually. Oh, wow, is he actually going to go for like a cannon block at the bottom of the ramp?
It seems like he might. The probe's there, he sees him, he doesn't see a pull, and the hatchery's going down.
Ooh.
So he's going to pull this probe down to the natural, as he doesn't see. And
although Glade is
this
pulling
drone knows what's up.
Yeah, this drone is going to. He does scout this. He's going to patrol at the bottom of the ramp. That's correct.
Yep. Very smart play by Glade.
Refallen's going to damage it. He's going to be forced to pull another drone to deal with this. Obviously, great play there by Refallen. At least forcing 2 drones. Ooh, gets a pylon up. Okay, now we're talking. Now Glade really needs to kill that probe, right? Pulls 3 drones, 4 drones actually. That's correct. Takes 4 to kill a pylon. Gets another one up. Needs to get out of there. Refallen needs to not lose this. All right. Now he can cannon. Oh, is he? Oh, he loses the probe. Oh my god, that is fail. Refallen.
What he actually did there was accidentally not shift click. He had the cannon set to build, and then he went to shift click backwards to, as you do when you build stuff, but I don't think he had the shift key held down, so the probe ended up just going to make the cannon and then just turning around into drones and dying.
And Glade proxying a hatchery in in Refallen's pace. Oh wow, that's annoying.
Always just saying sunk push in chat.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna. I think he's gonna cancel it. I reckon. I think that Refallen is not thinking that smartly. That second cannon he's put down is in a terrible position. If he actually puts his Nexus down next, which is probably going to happen, that cannon's going to be annoying to mine behind. You should put it on the other side of the hatchery. But Refallen now is pretty much improvising a build. He's got nothing going on. He's getting his gateway up, which is great, but watch his hatchery get cancelled in a second here, and Refallen's going to be like, oh, I've just built 2 cannons for no reason, really. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he's going to transition out. Because a lesser player, after their first thing doesn't really go their way, they're kind of like, okay, I guess I'll do this. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if he has a backup plan.
Yep,
which he should.
He's going to expand next. He's waiting for the creep to go away. Obviously, when you create a hatchery, it makes just a little bit of creep there at the bottom. There's the Nexus right there, and he's going to have a full wall off, which is nice. Ling pressure isn't really going to do anything at all. It's going to be quite hard to run by those 2 cannons, especially when you have to go around a long way. Although it looks like Moonglade will be taking another base somewhere, which I can't spot yet, but looks like he wants to expand.
Drone's on the way to the 6 o'clock position.
He hasn't built it yet. You can see the outline. In fact, he's going. Okay, there it is. Yep, there we go. Taking the 3rd base. He did this in game 1 as well. When Refallen expanded fairly quickly, he's like, okay, bang, another base, and it worked out quite well for him.
Yeah, dude, this is something that you do see a lot of Zogs doing now when they scout a fast expansion from Protoss. They say, okay, well, obviously you're not going to pressure me, so I'll take a 3rd. I'll one-up you again. And, you know, the Protoss can't really do anything about that. They have to push out after they're saturated and put some pressure on.
Definitely, definitely. For adding on some more gateways, which is great. I think his gateway count was quite low in the first game. I did actually tell him that as well, so hopefully he's kind of gone, okay, yeah, 1 Colossus and 3 Stalkers don't cut it. I do need to have this bigger army, number-wise, not just tech-wise. And looks like he's going for that. Also got 1 Stargate out. This is the fairly standard thing. You get the Stargate to force
Cancelled
Hydras.
Phoenix.
And getting a Void Ray.
He had a Phoenix halfway down and cancelled it. I think it was either a misclick or he changed his mind. Probably a misclick, as the X and V keys are pretty close together.
Okay.
And he's got that rally to kill the Overlord.
Double Evo down for Glade at the moment, looking like he wants some upgrades. Lair is finished. What kind of upgrades will he get, though? It'll kind of tell us. Oh, Hydra Den going down, so it looks like it will be going Roach Hydra. Don't see a Roach Warren anywhere yet, so Hydra Den first. It's interesting, actually. But obviously, with Refallen sort of expanding, it's quite hard for him to put pressure on. Thus, you don't really need that Roach Warren early on.
Yeah, and I expect to see a Spire coming out a bit later on, because I think Moonglade kind of assumes that he'll be transitioning into Colossus after this Stargate, to go for that Death Ball again, since it's cross-map positions and he really wants to macro up and get a big strong army. So, and especially because Colossus is just so good on this map, with all the cliffs and stuff to exploit.
Yep. Other thing to point out, the Void Ray is out and killed an Overlord. There's actually, like, quite a few Overlords around the map that are free pickings if Refallen can find them. There's at least 2 right next to his base. And that could be quite bad for Glade. He's actually supply capped from losing that 1 already, which is pretty bad. He's actually fixed that now, but that's denied a lot of his Hydra production. I don't know where he's going with his Hydras, though. I mean, you can't really do a 1-base Hydra push across map. Or 2-base, sorry. Or 3 even. But you kind of need to get the Roaches out and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like he's just built just a few Hydras just to kind of shut down the Void Ray harass, and because he is droning pretty hard again now.
Did actually pick off that second Overlord as well. That Void Ray does have 2 kills. One thing about the Void Ray, though, is it's really annoying for Zerg, because you just have to pull all your Overlords back. If you go for the towers and kill off the lone Zerglings that are usually there, it's actually really, really annoying as Zerg, because you just can't see what's on the map. And thus Protoss can actually attack you without you knowing, which is such a painful thing in the world. Void Ray now just scouting around the base, seeing what's up. Hopefully it doesn't fly over these Hydras, because that would be quite disastrous.
Yeah, the Hydras do pick off Void Rays really quickly. Just as much so with the Phoenix there. Curious what he's going to do with this Phoenix. He might. I mean, it's the Void Rays are doing the Phoenix's job pretty much.
Ooh,
so
Hydra's going after a Void Ray. He's actually on attack move.
Oh, they're going to get it.
Ouch. Lost a.
Yeah, that's
a bit unfortunate.
That's not good at all. Moonglade, pretty supply capped at the moment though, from losing all those Overlords.
Yeah.
He's building 5.
He's probably just like, screw this. I hate Overlords. I'm just going to build 5. I do that as well. I'm just like, oh my god, I hate losing them. But Storm being researched. Wow. Fallen. Instead of going Colossus. That's a good counter to this Hydra pressure.
Yeah, I think this is really smart by Refallen. He sees that there's no Roaches. Which is smart to go for Storm, because Roaches do really, really well against Storm. They're very robust units, and also if they get that regeneration burrow ability, they can just burrow underneath the Storm, and it'll do absolutely nothing.
Glade has got Overlord speed, by the way. I want to point this out. You can't. This is a steps build usually, where you just drop a lot of creep and you get a creep highway going to their base. Refallen though might be in trouble here, because he doesn't quite have Storm yet. Like, it's only just finished. Hasn't got the amulet, obviously. Only has 2 Templar that don't have quite enough energy. But no, maybe he's not making the creep highway. Maybe just scouting with them. But that's actually quite risky. Although he has built quite a few extra Overlords, I was going to say, so he's not going to get supply cap. He's going to lose those Overlords.
Yeah, and a Roach Warren has now finished, and he's getting the Glower reconstitution, so the movement speed of the Roaches is going to be increased.
Yeah.
So I expect him to push once he gets a couple of Roaches out to take the brunt of the damage for the Hydras.
That's it. He has seen the Templar tech come out, so he's kind of like, okay, I kind of need Roaches. I mean, against Templar, you just it's only really Roaches you can go. Everything else is just so weak. We'll see how it works for him. That's the thing. I mean, even Roaches take damage from enough storms. Amulet is a third done, so once that gets done, I think Refallen will be in a pretty damn good spot, because even if, like in the first game we saw an attack by Glade and he just dominated it, but Storm kind of really hard to completely beat. That's the thing.
Yeah, and letting his Chrono Boost get quite high on one of his Nexus as well. So definitely would like to see that being utilized a little bit better. But he's doing a pretty good job with it. The other two are really low. See, the problem a lot of players might not realize if they don't play Protoss, if you do what Refallen's done, and a lot of other Protoss do, is put all your Nexus on the one hotkey, so you can just hit 5 EEE to build 3 Brevs at once. If you use your Chrono Boost, it won't distribute the Chrono Boost evenly among the Nexus. It'll use all the energy from one Nexus, and then all the energy from the next Nexus, and so on and so forth. So one will be...
Ooh, that's not true, because this is engagement at the front here. And they both kind of pull back here. This could be actually quite bad for Glade if some good storms go down. But we do have a pullback. Oh my god, he's going to pick up some units at the back. He is on creep, so he's going to have good... Ooh, there's... Money Storm. The third one was pretty shocking, but does a lot of damage there, unfortunately. But Amulet is done, so he can warp in High Templars to deal with this now. What's Glade going to do? Is he going to attack into this? He is. Oh my goodness, is this a smart move? I have no idea. Oh, storms are going down. Force field's kind of going up. Oh, wow. I do know that Refallen has an army disadvantage, but Storm is just such a great ability. He's warping more in. He's going to get more storm. Oh, loses Templar. Oh my goodness, Refallen might be dead. Yep.
Yeah, wow, it's too many Hydras.
Just way too many there. That's just... I mean, it was mentioned in the middle of the game in the spectator chat. Refallen was actually 50 supply behind at one point. That's without any kind of engagement. So Refallen just dropping the ball there, man.